Hello and welcome to the show. I am here today going to be taking a look at NightVision, which is a little driving game based around it's kind of randomly generated roads to be tackled at fairly high speeds. I can't remember the name of the championship they do in America, where it's kind of like, what the hell is going on with the menu screen? What? Huh? I've had the game running in the background for the last 15 minutes while I've been sorting some stuff out, and I've not noticed it do that before, and now I start filming. Anyway, I digress. There's a race in the States where they run incredibly high speeds down these kind of open roads. I think they do like 180, 190 miles an hour, if not more, for long periods of time. This not quite that sort of speed, but kind of reminds me a little bit of that. And then there is a vague story mode. It's basically about someone trying to get somewhere at night, high speed down. I don't really care too much about the story mode personally. The sandbox mode is interesting. I feel like this game is a very good base for a game. It's not quite enough game to it just yet, but there is a lot of potential, a lot of ideas I almost feel could come from this. So, the way it's randomly generated roads. So you can choose to set the roads how you want. So you could have an evil road generation, sure. You can choose how curvy the road is going to be. So you can have, this is going to be a ridiculous one. You can choose the type of roads. You can have 2 lanes one way, you have 2-lane roads, you can have old roads. You know what, let's just go with, what is going on with the background? I've never noticed that before. You can have road width, so you can go for, let's just go for a nice wide road to get us started. Choose the traffic level, let's just go with, let's go with some. And then the drive lane. Now, well, let's show you the distance. Well, that's funny enough, a mile long, that's 2 miles, that's 4 miles, I think that's 8 miles. And I'm not bothered with any of the other ones because I'm not necessarily wanting to go over that. I was just going to couple a mile. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I thought that meant to actually make it. Never mind, actually, that still kind of works anyway. It's not that far away from what it was, bar the drive length. I'm an idiot. Oh no, because we're going to go for... Sure, let's go for that. Let's go for a big old road. And then you've got various settings for the world as well. You can change the time of day. I tend to like to keep it, midday so we can see. But, I mean, night vision is supposed to be kind of done at night, but we like this. But actually, I could just go for randomise again. Just randomise where we're going. This one is dust storms and everything. So everything can be fully randomised. Oh, and then let's go drive. Let's jump it. Now, I'm playing this on an Xbox One controller, actually, for this. The handling is, as you can see, a bit weird. There's actually a manual gearbox option which surprised me with this one. I have generally just left it in automatic, though. Yeah, the handling is strange. It is like crazy. Oh, good God, that's a really big drop over there. Ugh. Now, if you go too slow, you get timed out. But actually, that one there was technically timed out from being too slow rather than the fact that I crashed. So yeah, the idea is you've got to be going quickly. So you've got to be going very, very fast. There's no real room for, well, you can slow down a bit. It's not if you like dip below a set speed, you instant die. That doesn't happen. However, you have got to be going quickly. I think it's on the same road. So yes, it's all about sort of high speed stuff. Anyway, as I was saying, the handling physics are not quite there, shall we say. The vehicle is unbelievably twitchy and unbelievably sensitive. Now, I think possibly... that is a small sun on the front of your vehicle, dear God. I think possibly it may have been more designed with... oh, this isn't the same road. It's using the same settings, but it's designed a different road using them same settings. Ignore me slightly. Oh, God, that's nasty. I've completely forgotten where I lost my train of thought because I was about to have a death. Yes, the steering is unbelievably sensitive, as you can see. I mean, when I drive on a controller, I know some people drive differently, but I tend to be sort of one to more flick the stick around to do steering movements. Now, it's not necessarily the most smooth way of doing things in some regards, but on here, I mean, you only have to do tiniest movements, and you've got all sorts of trouble with the car. So, yeah, it is a bit fiddly to get the hang of it, and not only that, I mean, I don't know what's going on with this car suspension. I really don't. I mean, even if we ignore the fact, even if I'm getting it absolutely, say, carefully with the steering movement. Hey, we actually made that one. Even if I'm really, really careful with the steering movement, the car just bobbles around horribly. It seems like it's got incredibly soft, really weird, wonky, bouncy suspension going on, which is a little bit odd. Let's just go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomise everything here. Now I will go into the road settings just to make sure the length isn't crazy. So we've got chaotic and so on for that. That sounds fun. Let's go and see what it throws us into for this one. Could be anything really. We could have any time of day. We could have all sorts of wacky weather going on. We are off. Oh, look at this, lovely. It is a nice bright day here. But yeah, the handling is, I say not amazing. It's not the worst I've ever driven. I have learnt to what has gone on there. The AIs have fallen off the road. They've crashed into one another and they've fallen off the road. Good work. Yeah, it's not the easiest to drive, not completely and utterly useless, but a bit more refinement from it would be nice. Oh, did we get away with that? It didn't count as a crash. Thank God for that. You do get some pretty scary near misses, because at the end of the day you are having to try and go as fast as you can. I think this thing is generally doing about 120-ish miles an hour at its sort of fastest. Given a long stretch, you start getting up towards 120 miles an hour. I think 122 is the fastest I've seen. That might have been sort of like a downhill section somewhere. I can't remember. We've gone up into 6th gear now. Oh, around these next couple of corners we go. Why has the apocalypse come? What has happened? Why has there been a nuclear bomb? What has gone on with the lighting? I have no idea. I don't know what's happening here. Something very funky has happened and, well, we've had a crash. Oh no, we made it across the finish line on our roof. What the hell happened there? High fog weather. That was not high fog. That was something quite more than that. I think that might be a smidge glitchy somewhere in that. Of course, this is that's what he made this game and everything. There are some glitches. I was going to talk about the weather, and thankfully that has gone and done. I had one. I think it was a rain effect that completely freaked the game out. I've not seen it do that. Oh, the difficulty on this one here looks crazy. Oh, and tons of traffic. I'm still going to put it down. Okay, let's go for actually, it was a jaunt, wasn't it? Let's go for a jaunt. This looks nasty as anything. This might be quite tough. It can get crazy difficult here with some of the roads that it comes up with. Also, just see the little thing at the bottom. While we may or may not be driving at night, we are driving at night. Oh, it's hailing? We've got hail or snow going? I think it's snow. We have got control over windscreen wipers and a high beam to try and help you see, but the high beam light doesn't stay on, so you've got to kind of use the button. Oh God, as and when you need it. I'm going to end up in the back of that truck. Ugh, I just couldn't pull the car away from that. We were fully committed, and we had a crash. Yes, we did have a crash. Sadly, we can't just go. I mean, you could save the level seed if you wanted to try that road again, if you want to try any of these weird roads that I have ended up on. But you can't instant restart, which seems like a little bit of a shame for some of these roads. Like, it's fun, drawing new roads, creating new stuff each time. Of course it is, because it gives you, that technically endless level of content and all. But sometimes you might want to have a go at if you've just crashed before the finish line, maybe you want to have another try somewhere. Which, yeah, there's just like a lot of little things that I would almost like to see added to turn this game into something really quite good. As it is, I mean, it's a fun little experience, but after a little while you'll have seen everything there is to offer, and then there's not a huge amount more. I mean, like, looking at this, I feel like there's loads of potential for a game. Oh God, I'm going to fall off the road if I'm not careful. Christ, okay, this is quite difficult. Sorry, I was going to have some random thoughts, but we're currently struggling. I think the flashing of screen means I'm close to going too slowly. I think I can't figure out. It doesn't really tell you what the required speed is anywhere. So I think if we have glowy red, that's probably bad. I mean, that's like just game 101 really. Glowy red probably means something's not going well. Like, your screen's glowing red, you're dying. Oh, that's a very purple Jeep. It was a very purple Jeep indeed. Oh, you're more over to that side of the road than I realised. Please don't wreck. Oh, we got away with that one. We've been really off-roading with our car there. What on earth is going on? Sometimes the lighting goes a little bit peculiar, which comes up with some hilariously weird, I think unintentional results, but hilariously weird results in places. Oh, I didn't think I was going to hit that. That's annoying. Whoops. I've just misjudged the width of my car on that one. There was not much more to that, but yeah, as I was saying before I got distracted, let's go randomise all again. Oh, apparently that's easier. Let's go for a jaunt along here. There's a slight problem with this game. You'll get the hang of the handling a little bit. Is that once you've done a few of these levels, well, there's not much progression to it. Sure, time trialing can be fun to an extent, but no real progression after that. If you took a sort of a style like Dead Cells, for example, I love Dead Cells. I played quite a lot of it, where you are kind of progressing through and you're unlocking stuff, and then when you die, when you restart, you kind of carry bits and pieces over to start the next run through it. For example, in a game like this, it could work with maybe your car gradually gets more upgrades to go faster. Maybe you have to, as you're going through these levels, maybe you have to have a higher average speed, and the basic standard car can't do it, and you've got to get upgrades to make it faster, make it handle better, and so on. I feel there's a lot of potential for a game like this, these kind of high-speed, it's almost like a high-speed runner, with some different form of progression. You could have different cars with different strengths and weaknesses, perhaps. Or you could even go, if you really want to go crazy upgrades, you can have like one-time use power-ups. You can have like a ramp that scoops a car out of the way that you use. Well, that sort of thing as a... Oh, we started to snow again. I think we have. That sort of thing as a way to create some progression, because as it is, yeah, sure, it's an interesting challenge having to try and almost go flat out the entire way on some of these roads. But oh god, after you've done it a few times, it's limited in as far as, well, what else is there? Unless you come up with some truly wacky roads. Why is everything so fuzzy? Why are we fuzzy? This is a new challenge, is it? We've got to drive with fuzzer vision. Now there are some special game modes, shall we say. I think as you complete the career mode, campaign mode, or whatever. Oh, that's going to be quite wide over there. I got away with it. Yeah, as you complete the story or whatever, you can unlock these special modes. Oh, I can't see where I'm going. Let's put the high beams back on again. I can just hold that. Don't really need brake. We're looking through fuzzo vision at everything currently. But yeah, there are some special modes which we will get to in a minute, if we can survive this. I think it was 4 miles we were looking for. We're not that far away from the finish. There we go. Maybe that signs mean they're the finish line. I'm not actually sure. I never really paid attention to what might be the finish line. There we go. 2 minutes to do 4 miles, 120 odd mile an hour top speed. Now what we can do is, if we go to other settings, there are some secret modes. Leadfoot, I presume, means the accelerator stuck on. I actually played it. Now some of these are just sort of like textures for everything. I presume that might be moon gravity. I haven't actually played with this one yet, so let's go have a look. Let's go... I'm going to turn the distance down. We're going to go for a sprint here, just to see what happens. Yeah, I presume Apollo 18 would be some sort of gravity-related shenanigans. Or are we actually just driving on the moon? Well, maybe there is going to be some gravity-related shenanigans. We'll have to wait and see. The fact that the car's not gone... Oh, damn it, I was hoping for gravity. Gravity nonsense. Instead, we've just got a highway... Well, not really, just a road on the moon. There are other cars as well. Oh, God, okay, no, there must be something, because we're going a lot quicker now all of a sudden. Okay, why is that going so quick? That was well past 130, 140 miles an hour. Okay, there's... Oh, God, we are... Are we going to come back down again, or are we orbiting the moon now? I do think things have gone wrong. Oh, no, we're coming back down. Maybe? Oh. Still going. We're still rolling. Help! Help! Mayday! Mayday! Now, there is no way to end this, sadly, as far as I can tell. It has to wait until the car comes to a rest. Ow! Which might be a while. We're going to keep tumbling and rolling and falling over for all eternity, I think. Are we going to land at any point? Oh. And we have come to a rest very far away from where we initially started that crash. I have no idea where I am anymore. Okay, so that definitely does have some effects going on right there. The car's much quicker. I don't know whether that alters the speed you need to be going above. There might be somewhere. There's no real UI to the game as such, which I don't have a problem with. but there is no way of telling how fast I need to be going, pretty much. So, I mean, the trick with a game like this, basically, is you want to be going as slow as possible to keep yourself just above the minimum requirements. Now, the reason why I say that is that as slow as possible means you've got the best chance of making the corners, pretty much, and any nasty surprises you have the best chance of actually getting away with it. So if we are as slow as possible to keep us from being timed out, gives us the best chance of not making mistakes. Now, admittedly, of course, that might not be the fastest way of doing things, but if you are, it is quite rapid down here. Oh no, land it, not quite. Oh, nope. For a second I thought he was going to land. Oh, I'm looking at the sky. And then the floor. And then the sky a lot. And then the floor a bit. And mostly sky. Oh, and then there's floor. Sky. A little bit of floor. Now we're just tumbling again. Turns out racing on the moon, quite difficult. Oh, we bounced off the road, I think. Oh. We are floating around a lot. Could we land, please? Maybe. Where's the road gone? The road was below us. It is not... Oh, no, there's a car over there. I almost know where I was. Okay, so apparently that was too slow. It wasn't the crash. No, we were too slow. We got 150 out of that one. So these are fun game modes. These sort of things. What else have we got? Actually, don't know what 92 is. I'm going to change the time of day just to get a little bit more vision going on. I much prefer driving in daylight. It's also better video-wise. I always prefer doing it in video-wise. Have a little bit better vision going on. What are we going to be doing here? Okay, I see what we got. So, as I said, quite a lot of these are majority sort of like visual tweaks, which are, fun visual tweaks. There's a cyberspace one, everything's like all wireframe. This one here, I guess, is, sort of early 90s driving game style scenery. You've got the basic cars, which is cool, not a crazy wacky change like the Apollo one, and one of the ones we're going to look at in a minute. I think this selection of stuff we've got going on here actually isn't too bad in terms of difficulty, so we should probably be okay to get through here. Were you changing lane? I'm not sure if the cars can change lane. To be fair, up until I saw that truck in one of the earlier ones here, I've not actually seen a truck before. They're mostly just normal cars go around here. Oh, over the crest we head. And it's going to be fairly straightforward. We can just hold it flat. And there's always no more corners for us to worry about here until the finish line. It's all quite nice and straightforward. Oh, it has just started raining. Well, we'll put the windscreen wipers on. It got a bit fuzzy now it started raining. But there we go. We've got 123 out of that one, and the AI has battered into the back of... I mean, they kind of look like Lotus Esprits, to be honest. What was the other thing? The other one I wanted to go have a look at. We were going to have a look at... Nightmare just kind of makes everything really foggy from what I saw. Where is it gone? Yes, the floor is lava. Let's go... A little bit chaotic. Sort of curvy. Shall we go with... 2-lane, 2-way, sure. Some traffic. Let's go for this. Okay, so one small Audacity crash later, we are loaded back in and ready to go. Yes, this is the floor is lava round. Basically, you put a wheel over the edge of the road and it is game over on this. Kind of reminds me a bit of, I want to say Volcano or Dante's Peak. I can't remember my Volcano films very well. Oh god, the lighting is also a little bit funky with this. I guess it's like I guess to try and create a sense of temperature and movement within the lava. You've got kind of like glowing bits, the sort of changing lighting essentially going on with that. Oh no, I just ever so slightly dipped a wheel. My car's fine. It did melt a little bit apparently. I just moved it a little. I've not quite got my car width sorted. It's the second time I've done that, where I've thought I've been absolutely fine, but just been a little too far to the right, and that one we just dipped. So yeah, this is really a no mistakes whatsoever. You can get as mean as you like with this. We're on a relatively straightforward setting here. This is nothing too crazy, but if you wanted to, you could start getting ridiculous. And this is all still with the whole, you've got to be going quickly. You've got to stay above a certain speed. So yeah, you can get mean with these if you want to be. You can't combine the cheat mode sort of stuff. unfortunately. You can't have moon gravity and lava. I feel like that would be very bad. I feel like that'd be very bad indeed. That vehicle doesn't have a collapsed sun on its on its bumper or whatever. We've got a lot of random lighting going on around the place. Where are we going next? Sometimes, or some ways, it's a little easier to see where you're going when it's like a very clearly defined difference in textures between, well, this road and the lava, although you still turn into some of these blind corners and it's just a case of, you know what, I'm going to hope that I've got it right. You know, it's a real fingers crossed moment. I think we've only got a couple of a little bit more distance to go. I think it was 2 miles we were doing here. Please let it be 2 miles. There's a car over the crest, but I don't know what side of the road it's on. There we go. It is 2 miles, and the AI couldn't keep it on the track. So, I mean, there we go. That is night vision. It is. You know, I've had fun with this game. There is definitely fun to be had with this one. I feel like it could be an awful lot more. I feel like there is definitely, like, this is an idea. This is a base. There is a really interesting driving game in there with more features added, with more progression, if you will, and perhaps a little bit of work on the driving physics. Yeah, as I said, it is fun, especially with these cheat modes. Shall we go load up something that I've not played before, that I have no idea what it is? I mean, I guess Hugh Highway is going to be Rainbow Road. What Time Machine was? Let's go do this one. This will be the final one. But yeah, there's definitely some fun to be had with this one. There's so many ideas I could think, and I'd want to stick into a game like this. What are we doing here? Do we get to 88 miles an hour and something happen? I don't know. We're past 88 miles an hour. Okay. Oh no, I see what it's doing. The time of day goes crazy. Like it's adjusting the time of day and I guess like the weather effects to go with it. So basically you just have wacky, or you could have some wacky time changes. That's kind of neat. Again, just fun little cheats, if you like, to play around with. Although I do think so far the moon, the moon gravity, and look at the sun. Oh god, we're gonna be blind to go around this corner. I don't know where I'm going. I can't actually see the road. Oh, as far as also just what I think about it now, random road generation goes. Oh god, I have come across a couple of tracks, a couple of routes that have been impassable pretty much. They've had like a random, almost dead end bit of like scenery went across the road and you just couldn't pass it. But nothing major. Most of the time on this, most of my drives have had no problem with road generation. I've crashed like a moron, but the actual road itself has been fine. That's brutally nasty. I mean, that is how it goes. Sometimes you get that. That is going to be us crashed. But there we go. That was a look at night vision. There is definitely fun to be had with this one. It won't be everyone's cup of tea, shall we say? But I've enjoyed it. Just the longevity is perhaps not there. But there we go. That is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.